list.
Most of those things. I would tell you those one next time.
Well, I've talked to a couple.
Trevor, yeah, he started Monday. Tim Pickett.
Yes.
Jeff Walker.
Pretty good.
I've had limited interaction. Think about it. You work with them.
That's gonna get serious, man.
We can't seem to keep this line down. And we can't seem to. So he gave the rest to the order for city administrator. Started that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really some possible.
So, yeah, I just learned all this.
I think.
Yeah.
But he seems like, you know, nice guy. Well, you know,
Okay.
that's the man.
That's the guy did, right? He got it.
Yes.
Trust the process.
All right.
Yeah, Benji.
Okay.
Okay, I wondered.
Normally done.
Okay, yeah.
And
Step.
remember Donna.
Seems all right. You can, probably a few.
They're married.
Is it?
Oh.
Yeah. I think
She got divorced, not married. But they're married together. So she's got her PE now.
Oh, okay.
And
then,
She's retiring. I'm sure she's.
Well, even they-
And you kind of know, you know, he already talked about me being 13.
Really?
Like 5% off for Hanks.
Probably had some.
But,
Quite a while.
Yeah. Well,
So he's gonna put that together. For the
Yeah, anyway, if you're looking for a comeback tour.
You know, if there's interest, possibility.
Will's over here recruiting for MoDOT.
Oh, man.
Now,
Well, I'm not really thinking about it right now, but I mean, who knows what might happen.
I don't, the only folks that I'm not sure about.
Yeah, we've had about 7 or 8 people that were pretty long-term employees leave for various reasons. And it's been a lot of, I've kind of felt like whiplash, you know, because I get one position filled and feel like we're on the right track, and then you look up and boom, somebody else is leaving. So I've been in a constant state of trying to fill positions.
Yeah.
I assume she's not
I
talking
get
about.
what you're saying.
I think I say.
Yeah. I think,
I mean, really what you're saying is you don't hire anybody.
So far.
Well, and that's where I was.
Getting your fees coming. I mean, most of those people you're naming are old folks like me.
oh, yeah, most of them.
Been around a long time.
Anita,
Yes.
I mean, I think if she wanted to find out. she
Number one,
had-
is to get these little types of tailored.
We got some type of traffic in my opinion, trying to get there.
Okay.
If they give a process, I didn't even know about it. You could-
Really comparable construction. Cranking them out.
One second. Yeah, so over there, it's,
Nothing but Jackson.
Right.
Matt Wilkerson.
Yes.
Now.
But it really just comes down to getting, you know, getting.
Okay.
But they didn't even do that the first time around. He
I mean,
didn't even want.
you know what I mean?
It's like,
Yeah.
I don't think they got any yet.
Oh, yeah, they-
If there's a
Well, who's up there at that office? Oh, Kevin's there. Seth's there.
All up here.
Yeah.
Jackson.
Yeah. I don't have, who's where?
Brett Swan.
So I just think probably maybe late next.
And. All the other names.
Well, see, I don't.
Like
See where it goes.
there's a Foreman, but I don't know if he's a tech, I don't know if he's a.
Mandy, gotta stick around for your 6th person for our quorum. All right, I've got 11 and I've been told that I get called up to the big leagues, so we'll go ahead and start the meeting. We will begin with introductions. I'm Drew Christian, Vice Chair. Casino Regional Planning Commission.
Alex McAvoy, SEMPO staff.
Ryan Strickland, City of Cape Girardeau.
Marla Mills, KLG Engineering and SEMPO staff.
Joe Killian, MoDOT.
Art Phillips, Cape Special.
And online, I'll let
Online, we have Amy Ferris, Mandy Brink, Ben- Katrina Amos, Kirk Sanford, Michael Brandon, Michael Henderson, Scott Perry, Tom Caldwell. And I believe that's all.
did we miss anybody?
Yes, I'm Dan Whitecamp from Federal Highway Administration, Missouri Division Office.
Welcome, Dan.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
All right, we will move to adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
Any discussion? We have a second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of the minutes of the December meeting. Motion.
So moved.
Any discussion? Got a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Communications will come down to member reports. Is there any public who would like to make comments on a non-agenda item? Anyone at all? Okay. And we will move on to new and unfinished business. We'll start FY 2023 Unified Planning Work Program Amendment number 1. Alex.
Okay, so this is our first amendment to our work plan for the year. The amendment is to include Jackson's TEEP grant that they have received. The project is for East Main Street. It's a pedestrian safety program. Jackson was awarded $12,000 in federal funds through the Missouri TEEP program. They are matching with $25,850 in local funds for a total project cost of $37,850. Program activities include initial planning, data collection and base map creation, traffic counts and field observations, safety analysis and development of countermeasures, and then preparation of a concept plan, estimates, and a final report. We provided a draft to MoDOT for review. No comments were issued. And what you have before you is the motion to release for public comment and recommend for conditional approval for our board meeting on the 21st.
So moved.
Motion, any further discussion? A second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next up, TIP amendment number 14 for the 2020-2023 TIP. This adds 4 TAP projects, 2 for the city of Cape, 1 for Jackson, 1 for county. Another release for public comment, and conditional approval for the board.
Sure. So Jackson's project is East Main Street Trail Connection. Their extended sidewalk on East Main from Bellevue Street to Shawnee Boulevard. Cape Girardeau County's project is the Cape County Park Walk Trail Phase 1. It's construction of a trail in Cape County Park North from Veteran Memorial to Melania's Playground area. And then 2 unique but connected grant programs through the city of Cape Girardeau for Cape Rock Drive sidewalks from Kings Highway to Perryville Road. Phase 1 is Kings Highway to Brookwood Drive near Dennis Valley Park. And then phase 2 is picking up from Dennis Valley Park to Brookwood Drive onto Perryville Road.
Any discussion on the amendment? And I get a motion for release for public comment and conditional approval.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda, MoDOT and IDOT performance targets.
All right, so you guys should be somewhat familiar with our process at this point. These are the same measures that I've been sharing at our past few meetings. We had waited until December to actually make a recommendation for the board approval because MoDOT's final measures aren't fully adopted until December 16th. They've already introduced it and they've conditionally approved it and it'll be effective on the 16th. So I've gotten a green light to go ahead and move PM1 measures being safety, PM2 measures being pavement and bridge condition, and PM3 measures for system performance for both MoDOT and IDOT. In your packet are descriptions of the targets. I try to provide as much methodology as was provided to me from MoDOT and IDOT. We have until February 23rd or February 27th, 2023 for the safety targets. And then we have until March 30th, 2023 for the bridge and pavement system performance and the transit asset management transit. Unless there's any questions, I'll give anybody time they need to look through the packet. All the information is there, but should be everything that we shared previously. The motion would be to recommend approval to the board on our meeting on the 21st.
A motion to recommend supporting MoDOT and IDOT performance targets, and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor? Motion carries. And next up, we'll go to member reports. Ryan or Amy, City of Cape.
Yeah, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So the City of Cape is still working on several TTF5 projects. We got 2 of them under construction this summer. The Sprague Street project is nearly complete. We're finalizing punch list items and saw them out there installing the pedestrian signal posts that we were waiting on this week. The West End Boulevard project is under construction. The sewer crew and the storm sewer crew are out finishing up their work before we can get some of the pavement started. The Main Street project and the Independence Street project. Main Street, we're still working on design, trying to get that finished up. We're anticipating a spring 2023 letting. Independence Street project, we have design nearly complete, and we are in the appraisal process of acquisition, trying to get some appraisals received and reviewed. We got some of them. We're still waiting on some other ones. The ones that we did receive were in the process of setting up meetings to begin negotiations. So we're still hopeful for a 2023 spring letting for that project too. Our TTF6 projects, we have one project nearly completed, the College Street project from Minnesota to West End. We worked on the final, we went through the final walkthrough of that project and put together the punch list. We should be closing out that project really soon. And we are currently working on in-house design for the Sprague Street project, and that will be let in 2023. We have 2 maintenance projects underway, our 2022 concrete street repair and our 2022 asphalt street repair. Both of those have 2023 completion dates around the beginning of the construction season in 2023. We have our Kings Highway crosswalk tap project, getting that project finalized and ready to go out to bid in early 2023. We have one acquisition piece in play right now for an easement for the sidewalk through the church property. And we are waiting on a board meeting in January for them to finalize that easement acquisition. Our Route 74 Minnesota intersection project, we held a public meeting in November, and we are getting ready for early 2023 letting for that project. We are currently, our phase 1 and phase 2 Cape Rock Drive sidewalk TAP grant project. We are working on getting some agreements for preliminary engineering for that. And that is all I have.
You? Don't think we have anyone from Jackson, Scott City, anyone from the county. Mark, get special.
Yeah, the only thing we have going right now is our Hopper Road Bridge replacement project. The bridge is, I would say, probably about 80% complete. We had a concrete pour this morning on the east abutment, the back wall and wings. We should pour the other side probably either, depending on the weather, obviously, but probably Friday or Monday. That'll be the finish of all the concrete work. We still got to put the guardrail up and look for a couple of dry weeks. We could probably finish the whole project, but it's with the rain moving in, it's not real promising at this time. But hopefully we'll get a couple of weeks of dry weather to finish the whole project, maybe in December, if not until January. If we continue to get more rains, it's probably winter, probably spring before we finish the job. Other than that, just routine maintenance for us right now. Thanks.
Kelly is not. Kurt, SEMO University.
Hello, everybody. We had about a week and a half left and we're done for the semester. We're just business as usual, short on drivers, and everything's going well. And Amy mentioned the crosswalk program earlier. I just wanted to mention, Amy, I don't know if you heard before, but our riders and the people that ride CTA that want to go from Walmart to Target and stuff, that out there on that drive, there is no crosswalk for the people that ride the public, our bus service and their bus service going across that intersection there. So, something that we just might want to put it on our radar for the future. Other than that, business as usual.
All right. Mandy, report.
Business is going on as usual right now.
Katrina, Cape Regional Airport.
About the same business as usual. We do have the Taxiway Bravo project that's ongoing and should be wrapping up sometime the middle of this month. And then for the terminal project, City Council just recently approved our recommendation to select KCI Construction for the design build of that project. So we'll begin working on contract negotiations within the next couple weeks and hopefully break ground this coming spring. So that's what I've got.
Next up will be me, SEMO RPC. Finished up the Amendment 14 that shifted some of the numbers in the four-year update for the TIP. So now I've got to go back and redo some of those tables and update all of that. I'm also waiting on some information on some projects from transit, but I don't see any issues getting that four-year update completed in the time frame that MoDOT is looking at. We'll have that ready to go. Certainly for the June approval. I guess other than that, our next TAC meeting coming up will be January something, 24th. And we'll be kicking off our next prioritization process then. Starting the discussion on it. And shortly after the TAC meeting, we'll begin going around to communities and counties and start getting their inputs. I suspect we'll do another online collection of priorities again. Make some changes based on what we learned from this last go around, but so we're already gonna get that process started up, and that's all I have. Scott with Food Hill RPC.
You hear me?
Yes.
Okay, everything's pretty much same old, same old. I'm getting ready to start the Public Transit Human Services Transportation Plans, that long title deal that we do every 5 years. Everything else is pretty much steady as she goes.
All right. I don't think we had anyone from Magnet. Right. And that takes us.
Or if you guys haven't heard yet, Magnet is rebranding and our new name is SEMPO Ready. We are rolling that out probably as we speak at the moment. And everything else is still kind of the same as it was last month. We're still, all those committee groups are working, and hopefully by the end of next year, we'll have a director on staff.
Is that READY or REDI?
REDI.
You guys updating your website soon?
We're in the process of getting that launched. And I don't have it in front of me, or I would give it to you, but I don't have it in front of me. I'll send it out to you, Alex.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
All right. Now, MoDOTs. Joe, you want to start since you're in the room? You get the place of honor.
Sure, I can, I got a couple of things from Chris Crocker, who was unable to be here. Thing. The first is that we have the LPA call for on-call professional services as open right now. It ends December 15th. I have a web link for that in case somebody needs that. We had our high priority unfunded needs meeting, a public meeting last week at Ozark Foothills and Poplar Bluff. It was lightly attended, but we do appreciate those who did show up. And the list is still out on our website and is available for public comment, public review and comment through December 21st. If anybody has any troubles finding it, let us know. We can get them directed to it. The governor's cost share meeting, the selection meeting, will be held later this month. We expect announcements for awards would be sent out early next month. And then the traditional cost share, just want to keep in mind that the traditional cost share application cycle will also be coming up soon. And if you have projects that you're interested in pursuing through the traditional cost share program, remember those need to be on system. And we need to probably start coordinating with Chris Crocker and district staff if we have anything we need to do there. There was a public meeting held last night to discuss the Route K and 25 intersection in Gordonville. I heard there was some decent attendance there, some lively discussion. The Route M intersection in Scott City, we've been doing some work on that. It is kind of just outside of the MPO boundary, but kind of an important area that does tend to see a lot of congestion. And so that work is, they did the semifinal inspection on that. That'll be finishing up very soon. And then the Chester River rehab should be complete this month or next month, maybe. And that's kind of helping to kind of tie that bridge over until we go ahead and get the bridge replaced. We're hoping to have a design build team selected for that by March of next year.
Who all is on? Mike, do you want to?
Probably need to specify.
Oh, sorry. Mike, Brandon, would you like to go next?
No update. Joe got it covered.
The better Mike Henderson, would you like to give an update?
Yeah, I guess. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I should introduce myself. I'm planning liaison from central office, and I'll be taking Brittany O'Connor's place for the near future. The only thing I would share is that we have our statewide planning partner meeting coming up in February, so mark your calendars for that if you plan to attend. And other than that, I'll leave it there.
Did we get everybody from MoDOT? Tom, IDOT.
Yeah, I want to welcome Mike Henderson. I work with Mike up at East West Gateway, St. Louis, and he's a good man. And I want to ask Mike if you would send me an invitation for your planning conference. May want to go over there and see how you folks do it. I have spoken to Alex. We're having some funding changes within IDOT and the Bureau of Planning. And so there's some things that we'll be presenting to Cape Girardeau here in the next few weeks that will possibly involve some additional fund, of some size, compared to what we have been providing you. So something Alex and I will talk about later. That's all.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
This is Mike.
Yes.
I'll get you on the list, the invitation list for that meeting.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
FHWA, Dan, any updates? Discussion?
Yeah, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Dan Whitecamp. I am taking Brad's position as a planner in the Missouri division, and I plan on meeting with Alex Friday to just kind of do a meet and greet. But I'm looking forward to working with you and try to help out any way I can.
We appreciate all the help we can get. And I don't think there was anyone from FTA. Did I miss anybody? All right, staff reports.
Tomorrow, we'll be meeting with the United Way Transportation Coalition at the Cape Public Library to advance our public transit, youth services, transportation coordination plan. I had shared our Safe Streets and Roads for All program. We expect award announcements in January next month. The city of Cape Girardeau would also apply for Reconnecting Communities pilot program through the bipartisan infrastructure law. That would be for a study of Missouri 74 Shawnee Parkway for north-south mobility enhancement. We expect early 2023. I spoke with the FHWA community planner. They expect award announcements early next year. Believe it or not, in just a couple of months, we'll be discussing items for our next fiscal year work plan. We normally start that in February. So we'll begin to brainstorm ideas of what you might like to program for the next fiscal year. In January, Illinois is hosting a carbon reduction program kickoff meeting that I'll be attending. That's January 4th. I'm not sure if MoDOT is coordinating something comparable, but I'll be interested to see what our program looks like here in the state of Missouri. And then I do have printed out our 2023 meeting schedule, but I'll be emailing that out as well, since there's not so many folks in attendance right now. Well, that's all I got.
Oh,
I don't have anything.
That'll take us to other business and communications. Anybody else have anything they want to discuss?
Hey, Alex, this is Kirk Sanford. Just a question. That meeting that you're having with the United Way and stuff, since we're involved with public transit at the university, is that something I need to be involved with in any way?
You would certainly be more than welcome to attend. Is it 10:30 or 11?
It's at 10.
10 o'clock.
Oh, okay, let me check. And yes, Kurt, I think more than even being welcome, I think that they would really want you to be part of it.
Okay, if you would, could you all please just email me the details this afternoon so that way I know where I'm going and all that stuff and all that stuff. And I think I have it on my calendar or I think I'm open where I can come and I'll definitely try to do that. If you just email me the specifics when you get back, I'd appreciate it.
Will do.
It's at 10.
Anything else? Once, twice. All right. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor? Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
So long.
Have a good day.
Merry Christmas.